Pete Stanfield is pulled over by the Altus police. He's going to give a little description, and I'm going to fast forward ahead because there's a lot of dead space here, and I don't want to consume anybody's time unnecessarily. Let's take a look at this. Oklahoma, November 7th, 2020. Altus police stop him for a cracked windshield.
So, pulled over. For cracking my windshield. They didn't like my crack too much. I guess my hands are a little shaky, so I'm probably going to get searched or looked into a little further. Cops make me nervous. Doesn't matter if I'm doing something wrong or not. They just make me nervous.
Put a 1 in the room if cops make you nervous. I mean, it's kind of irrational on one side of it, and on the other side, it's absolutely understandable. You've got a guy with a gun who's probably going to trip on his own power and authority. You know he's not there to represent you or to make you feel better. He's not there to protect and serve. He's there to harass you. He's there to harass you on behalf of the state and possibly economically terrorize you. So why wouldn't you be nervous? It's like, man, I am literally at my wit's end. I'm working 2 or 3 jobs. I can barely put food on the table. And if this guy extorts another $250 from me, this is a deal breaker. This is the straw that could literally break the camel's back. So there's a plethora of reasons that you could have, legitimate reasons to be nervous. It's like, God, what's he going to do? Nothing good can come of this. And if there is something good, maybe he pulled you over and he's like, hey man, I noticed your tire is absolutely falling apart. It's going to, and it's your front left tire. If it pops, it could throw you out into traffic. I just wanted to make you aware of that. Could be a danger to you. See you later. Have a nice day. Well, that would be a good interaction. And there's probably good interactions like that happen all the time. But how often do we see a cop pull somebody over and it's not for their benefit? So yeah, my heart races when I see the cherries and berries behind me.
Jitters. Questioning me about where I live. Why do I have a car that's registered in Duke, Oklahoma, but a Mississippi license, but I own a house here in Altus?
All right. So, Peter.
Yes, sir.
Where are you guys staying at whenever you're up here in Oklahoma?
Note all the questions. And if you feel uncomfortable answering the questions, there's a good reason for that. Now, if you feel uncomfortable not asking questions because you feel like, well, if I say, you know what, I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right to be silent, officer, I'm not going to answer any of your questions. You could do it that way. But, because these guys have such fragile egos, they could explode on you at any moment. I don't care if they have a smile on their face right now. In the next 2 seconds, it could be completely different. And before you know it, they got their gun pointed in your face because they're afraid that you might be, because you're giving them a little pushback, you might be a combatant that needs to be taken down and taught a lesson. Or you could just say, officer, I got some advice from my lawyer and he tells me, and because I got this lawyer on retainer, he tells me, hey, I don't want you talking to the police. So I'm going to go ahead and take that advice. Put it off on the third person who's not there if you feel uncomfortable with it.
Over here in Oklahoma.
My old boss has a house in Duke.
In Duke? Yeah. That's why the vehicle tags are registered in Duke?
Right. I mean, I could have just as well used this Kennedy address, but I haven't lived there in a few years. And
I'm having a hard time.
I haven't lived in that Kennedy house in a few years, and the house is kind of run down, so I prefer not to even have mail go there. It's kind of a rundown neighborhood, too.
Yeah. I'm just curious as to why it just doesn't, you know what I mean? It just doesn't add up to me.
What doesn't add
that
up?
You live in Mississippi, you have a house in Altus, and your vehicle's registered in Duke.
Right. I bought the car in Oklahoma.
You bought the car.
Who is this guy, Columbo? I got a couple more questions for you. Now, you tell me you live here, but you got a registration over here. What's the deal with that? This guy is on a fishing expedition, and those fishing expeditions never turn out for your benefit. They're asking questions so you can squawk like a songbird. And the more you talk, the more they compile their evidence against you. Anything you say, we all know the end of that, can and will be used against you, not for you in a court of law. Take the Fifth. It's a beautiful thing. Everybody's got the right to be silent, but very few have the ability, apparently.
In Oklahoma.
Yeah. Enid.
Okay, well, so that would be, that'd be logical as to why it's registered in Oklahoma, but it just not adding up to me. That's all.
Okay. Well, I mean, it don't really need to. It's America. I'm free to travel anywhere in the country. I don't understand what doesn't add up.
At this point, the cop should go, wow, you're mistaken, sir. This is not America anymore. This is North Korea, and we choose to live in a totalitarian police state. You better answer my questions, boy. What's wrong with you?
I mean, it's not like I crossed a border or something. I mean,
No.
What doesn't add up?
That's not what I'm saying.
I've lived off and on in Altus for 15 years.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever I pulled your name up, I could obviously see where you've been in Altus throughout.
Okay, because he said he didn't find no history on me here. The other guy.
Right.
Yeah. So you're saying that you see that I've been here? Okay.
Because I seen where there was an interaction between you and another officer here in Altus on, what was it, Judy?
Yeah, I got
your son?
Yeah, there was an incident with my son. I've gotten a ticket here in Altus before.
Hang on.
So he's got this ringtone of The Office, and he's going to answer what looks like a personal call on duty. Now, I don't know if you know anything about Rodriguez versus the United States, but that's a Supreme Court case where it says a cop cannot extend a stop, even if he suspects that there's drugs in there and he wants to call for a drug dog. You can't extend the stop so that you can take the time to bring your dog, and you cannot extend a stop because you got a personal phone call. Unbelievably rude at the very least.
Yes, ma'am.
Look at this. How long is it? I should have clocked it. I'm just going to keep it rolling.
All right. Thanks. All right.
Just crazy, man. It'd be like, you know what it'd be like? It'd be like you're sitting there at, 3:30 in the morning trying to wipe sleep out of your eyes while you're being held at gunpoint by the thief who's got all your family lined up against the wall. He already shot your dog. He already robbed your safe. And him and his buddies are working on the rest of it. And he gets a phone call in the middle of it. Hey, hold on a second. Yeah. Billy, I told you never call me while I'm working, man. I got these people over here at gunpoint. I got to get out of here because they already pressed the panic button. I'll see you later.
So, Peter, this here is a warning for the cracked windshield.
This cop ain't done yet, by the way.
Right. And this is just so I can show my boss why I talked to you, okay? The reason why I pulled you over. Have you had a lot of bad interactions with law enforcement in your lifetime?
Not bad. Maybe in my youth. But
in your youth?
Yeah, I'm 43.
Okay. Because you're shaking really, really bad.
I watch a lot of police videos on YouTube all the time.
Well, you can't watch them. You
the
got to take those into context.
That's why I'm recording.
You got to take those in their context. What context is that? Should I take it in the roadside piracy context? Should I take it in the police brutality context? Should I take it in the Mullen Commission active criminality context? Which context exactly should I take it in? Because this cop ain't done yet.
I understand why you're recording, I know that you're recording, okay? But you're shaking so bad. This is uncanny. Okay. Why are you shaking?
This is uncanning. It's like, now if you're canning those pickles, this would be tantamount to uncanning.
So bad.
I got bad nerves to begin with, but obviously it gets worse when
Stop talking about your nerves. Stop talking about your address. Stop talking about your ID and your childhood and how bad you were when you were young. Stop giving this officer answers. You're not answerable to him. You are a king if you're a man. You're a queen if you're a woman. And they are supposed to be your servants, and they're not even acting like it. This whole thing is upside down. Stop talking.
Dylan, please.
Because I'm trying to explain this warning to you. You're shaking like a leaf on these trees with the wind blowing through it.
Well, my heart's racing. I don't know what else to say.
So, all right, this is your name right here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Oh, hold on. They're going to talk to me. So this here, that's your name, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. This here's a warning for the cracked windshield. Okay. In the state of Oklahoma, if the crack's in the windshield inside the wiper zone, or it goes more than 6 inches across the windshield, it's a safety hazard and the windshield needs replaced. Okay. So, see
When I
here.
first got the car, I figured I might get pulled over for it, and then I just got so used to it, I forgot about it.
Right. And that's just something that I like to make sure it gets fixed because I've seen them actually collapse in on people.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
So,
not.
this year, there's no fine.
That's not why you pulled him over. You're going to see that in a second.
I need to sign?
Nothing like that. Okay. No, you don't have to sign. Like I said, this is just so that way you know that you got pulled over,
Right.
and I can the electronic version.
I've been
so that way I
warned.
can show right, and that you've been warned about your windshield. Okay. The electronic version, so I can show my boss why I pulled you over, what it is we talked about. Okay.
Yes,
There's that bag. Here's your driver's license and your insurance bag. Okay?
My question, do I need to get it taken care of soon then?
Oh,
Since I've already gotten a warning now, I'm in the books.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can probably
Get
get
it
pulled
taken
over today or tomorrow and actually get a ticket for it.
Right. Yeah, somebody else might see you, pull you over, and give you a ticket, or they might give you a fix-it ticket or something like that.
Or show them that I just got this, I'm gonna get it done. You know.
Sure,
Okay.
absolutely.
Here we go.
I'm going to ask you,
Yes, sir.
do you have any guns, knives, drugs, anything illegal in the vehicle?
Nothing illegal, absolutely not.
Nothing.
Absolutely.
What is saying? What is saying? Guns, knives, drugs, illegal? Can you define illegal, officer? If I did have guns in the car, don't we still have a Second Amendment? Isn't this the land of the free, home of the brave? Doesn't it say shall not be infringed? If I said yes, would you plan to infringe on a right that you're not supposed to infringe on? After you took an oath, you probably put your left hand on a Bible and your right hand toward heaven. You said, I swear to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. So how is it relevant if I have guns or not? What are you actually planning to do if I have something that you consider illegal, officer? Are you going to protect and serve the crap out of me? Get on out of here with that fishing expedition nonsense over there.
Okay. Would you mind if I took a look inside the vehicle?
I mean, you could see from out there what you can see in here.
Would you mind if I searched the vehicle from bumper to bumper
Yes,
and
I
everything
mind.
inside?
I mind.
Would you mind if I search the vehicle from bumper to bumper?
Okay.
Because I see how they do in the videos. They tear the car apart. You
Oh,
stand
no,
there for a half hour.
No.
I'm not dealing with that.
I don't tear nothing apart.
Okay.
I really don't.
Well, I'm not
So-
doing anything illegal. I don't have anything illegal. I know for a fact I don't have anything to worry about.
Okay.
But however, I'm not going to sit here for 20, 30 minutes waiting while you tear up my car.
That's not all I was just simply asking for about 5-10 minutes of your time.
Yep. No, sir.
So, all right.
I just want 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 or 25 minutes, but I am going bumper to bumper. I'm going to look through your entire car. And what's interesting about this is this man who's driving this vehicle has a kid. You can tell later on in the video, in a couple seconds, has a kid in the car. A man is outside your vehicle telling your dad, let's say you're the kid in the passenger seat. A man is telling your dad he wants to rifle through your belongings.
Say what?
No, sir.
All right. You have a good day.
You have a good day too.
Listen to the kid.
Seatbelt still on?
Yep. That's crazy.
Yeah. Here.
See, even the little kid knew it. That was crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. It's crazy to think that there would be a man, telling another man, hey, I want to go through your belongings. Oh, what? I thought, what? You don't believe me? That I don't have anything illegal in my vehicle? Guns, knives, drugs? None of your beeswax. It ain't none of their beeswax. But see, traffic code makes it their beeswax. Traffic law gives them a justification to pull you over so that it'll look legitimate and it won't look like harassing because we're doing it under traffic. Look, they made traffic law for us. So if we're in accordance with traffic law, we're just out here to make sure everybody's safe. By the way, you got anything in this car that might... What is that smell? Wait, I'm smelling something here. And that's all the probable cause I need. I don't even need to call a drug dog out here. I need you to step out of the vehicle, Mr. Young. No thanks. No thanks.